Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you 1 ounce of gold as well as 11 new ounces of American Silver Eagles that came in the mail this week. We're also going to talk about the market and what's going on with gold and silver prices, which are currently taking a beating. Stay tuned, we've got a lot to talk about. What's going on, everybody? Florida Stacker back here with you, and today we're going to start out by looking at the market. Then we'll get into some beautiful silver coins. These silver coins here are American Silver Eagles 2021s. These were ordered at the end of January. There's definitely been a delay in shipping, plus USPS has been super slow at delivering things, taking over a week for things once they're shipped to get here to Florida. So let's start out by looking at the market, then we'll look at some beautiful new gold coins as well as this new silver. All right, so today, 2/26/21, it is currently 12:38 p.m. in the beautiful sunshine state. I see 1 troy ounce of gold. This is the spot price, of course, not the actual physical price, but the spot price of gold is trading at $1,729.80. That is a $55.80 drop from market open. That's a big drop for gold. That might be the biggest drop that I've seen in quite some time. 1 gram of gold is currently at $55.61, which is down $1.79. And 1 kilo of gold is at $55,614.32 for my tech moguls and rappers out there, my ballers. That is a $1,794 decline on the day. Now, silver is also getting hammered a little bit more than gold, believe that or not, but that's normally the case when the metals are down. 1 troy ounce of silver trading for $26.53. That's a $1.35 decline on the day. 1 gram of silver is at 85 cents. That's a 4-cent decline. And 1 kilo of silver for my heavy metal stackers, that is $852.96 for a $43.40 decline as of now. Let's also look at the dollar, right? We want to look at the DXY index, which is an index that compares the strength of the greenback, the US dollar, as compared to a basket of other foreign currencies like the euro and the yen. So the dollar is strengthening today against foreign currencies. It is now at 90.81. That is a 0.68 increase for the greenback, or an overall 3/4 percentage point gain on the dollar for the day. That is bearish on gold and silver. That is definitely going to help push the price of gold and silver down. And the reason behind that is anyone else in the world who wants to go today to the marketplace and buy gold or silver, they have to convert their nation's currency over to dollars to do that, because gold and silver is both valued worldwide in US dollars. So it does take a little bit more of those foreign currencies to purchase gold today. And that's the reason that it's bearish for gold. There's a whole world out there, not just the United States. Now, let's get to the main headline here on what's driving gold and silver prices down, and that is going to be your Treasury yields. Okay, took a look today at both the 10 and 30-year Treasury yields. All right, the 10-year Treasury yields are now up from 1.38% to 1.54% overnight, and the 30-year Treasury yields are up from 2.24% to 2.33% overnight. Okay, that's a big jump overnight on those yields. February has seen the 10 and 30-year Treasury yields increase 0.45% month to date and 0.49% respectively. That's about a 25% gain on Treasury yields in just 26 days. So that is definitely going to be driving prices of gold and silver down. Now, let's focus on some positives for silver, and then let's talk about the out-of-favor metal, and then we'll get to showing you these beautiful gold coins. So, all right, positive for silver. So the loose monetary policy continues, and Fed Chairman Powell benefits and promotes both the rise of inflation, right? He benefits from it because the government needs to see modest inflation, okay? They want to see a little bit of inflation. They want to see some of the money supply that is out there, that it's starting to move, that people are starting to cycle through their cash. Of course, with the pandemic going on over the last year globally, all right, whether you believe in it or not, it's the world that we live in. And with that going on, we have seen a lot of printing, right? The printing presses have just been running day and night. We've seen somewhere, the numbers are kind of skewed depending on where you look, but I'm seeing anywhere from 25% all the way up to 41% of the world's US dollars have been printed and put into circulation over the last 12 to 18 months. All right, that's huge when you think that the greenback has been around and been in circulation off the gold standard now for over 50 years. So, I mean, we're looking at some pretty crazy economic times right now with the amount of printing going on. So that is favorable for silver. While silver's short-term popularity may have waned some from the squeeze talks that were going on at the beginning of the month, the overall discussion of silver and the realization that silver is both affordable as well as undervalued is gaining momentum amongst retail investors. And if you've been paying attention to the news, retail investors, they've really been making a mark of late. All right. So that is also seen. If you take a look and go to Google, for instance, go to Google Trends, type in the word silver, type in silver investing, silver coins, silver stacking, and you're going to see an increase, right? It's kind of down a little bit from the beginning of the month, but we're going to see a general increase in the popularity of folks using that search engine for silver. Also, let's just look at this channel's growth, okay? I am blown away by the growth this channel has seen over the last 28 days. I have more than 1,700 new subscribers in just 28 days. That is huge. Thank you all for being here. Okay, so the increase in Treasury yields are putting a lot of pressure on silver's big brother gold, along with the general stock and crypto markets. These yields are beginning to increase, and as yields increase, many traditional investors, big hedge funds, big investors, big money, right? The big whales swimming in the ocean, okay? They begin to move out of the safe harbor that gold provides and getting back into those treasuries, which do pay a yield. They do pay a dividend, obviously. Inflation is pretty low right now in a lot of areas, but we are starting to see it move up. We're going through what they call one of those reflation periods, right? As this low inflationary period, this time of cheap money is, I believe what we're seeing now is the early signals that we're going to be moving away from that, okay? Gradually, right? But it's starting, and that's being priced into the market right now. The increased yields have gold bouncing off of its support levels of late and crashing right through them, all right? A quick glance to, just 6 months back on the gold chart, and you can see that the mid-range trend has been one of decline for gold. The decline in gold and the uptick in interest for silver has, seen the gold to silver ratio fall as low as 63-1 this week, 63-1, which is why we're going to show you some gold here in just a minute. The decline in gold and the uptick in interest in silver, all right, it's big news right now. Currently today, however, with, the market sell-off going on, especially in the commodities market, gold and silver, we are seeing that gold to silver ratio. And if you're brand new to precious metals, the gold to silver ratio, you take 1 troy ounce of gold and 1 troy ounce of silver, right? How many troy ounces of silver does it take to equal the same value in spot price terms, that is, of 1 troy ounce of gold? And right now it's about 65 troy ounces of silver on the spot price, on the COMEX spot price. Of course, we know the physical is much lower than that, but about 65 troy ounces of silver equals 1 troy ounce of gold. All right, so working against both metals outside of the uptick in the dollar strength and rising yields was also a better than expected jobless claim. And the PMI numbers for January came out today. The PMI numbers, no, that is not private mortgage insurance for my homeowners out there. That is the Purchasing Managers Index, okay? And the Purchasing Managers Index is a manufacturing metric where we look at the private sector and we determine is cash moving in, is cash going out, and we're starting to see an uptick, right? There was an uptick in January. The last few weeks of January may not have been so hot, but overall, January itself did see a slight uptick, and of course that does indicate an expansion in the economy, which is another reason why folks might be moving out of precious metals. And when I say folks, I mean the big guys, right? Not us, normal working adults out there, and some kids that subscribe to this channel. Those of us that are saving in precious metals for the long term, okay, this is just giving us another opportunity to accumulate more wealth at a better value, all right? So it's not necessarily a bad thing. So lastly, let's talk about the out of favor metal before we get into these coins. And the out of favor metal right now is definitely gold. Definitely gold. saving for the future. All right. This is not an investment. Sure, I invest my time and energy and resources into this channel and stacking in general, but I'm not getting into gold and silver, the physical kind, and paying a premium, right? Who wants to pay a premium on something where you're immediately in the hole for the short term? Not me. So my gold and silver stack that you see here, some of it today, this is my savings account, at least a good portion of it. All right. This is a long-term deal. All right. I am spending money, aka converting fiat currency over into gold and silver to save. It's actually the best way to spend money. All right. So let's get to the coins. So as mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, I did pick up as many Silver Eagles as I could just before the big rush on silver happened earlier this month. I went out and bought a full tube of 2021s. Full tube of 2021 American Silver Eagles from my local coin shop. Actually, these are 2020s here. I'd have to find the right tube. I bet you this one's it here. But, do have quite a few Silver Eagles here off to the side. Yeah, there's my tube of 2021s. And I did get these at a pretty good price, at least considering the prices that you would pay today, even with spot price coming down. I mean, I'm still seeing Silver Eagles, north of $35, which is quite high. So I placed an order for some Silver Eagles from Pinehurst Coins, and we're going to go ahead and pull these out. Now, Pinehurst Coins is on eBay, but you can actually purchase through them, I believe. I have to double check completely on this one, but I do believe that, they have an actual physical coin shop you can walk into and make purchases, and I do believe you can purchase directly from them online without going through eBay. Now, some of you ask, why do you buy through eBay then? And I do that because eBay provides buyers with a lot of protection. All right, anybody who's been buying and selling on eBay for some time now, okay, you know that eBay definitely looks out for the buyers quite a bit more than the sellers. Not completely sure why that is. I mean, you kind of, in order to have a marketplace, a place of commerce, I would assume that you need to support both your buyers and sellers, but quite a few sellers have been burned on eBay over the years, right? It tends to, whenever there's a toss-up situation, it tends to go in favor of the buyer. So I do like having that additional protection. There was one instance last year where I purchased a gold quarter-ounce Queen's Beast coin off of from one of the online dealers that has a eBay marketplace site, and that coin did not arrive. And I really needed eBay's marketplace protection to help me with that. Definitely gave me a little additional muscle with working with that coin shop on figuring out, where's my coin? And if you can't produce the coin, where's my cash? So that is the reason that I do choose to purchase from these coin shops that do have eBay marketplaces through their actual eBay site. And I know many of you are probably thinking, well, you're probably paying more for that. No, I'm not paying more for that. Actually, the prices that I see, for instance, with Liberty Coin on eBay, they are exactly the same as they have on their coin website. So, just a little more protection. So now the American Silver Eagle, we've seen a couple videos lately where I've been talking about some other options to steady state accumulate for those accumulators that follow the Florida Stacker way of things, which is setting short-term, achievable, and actionable goals. Okay, I do not believe in overall annual goals. I don't like the concept of New Year's resolutions, and let me tell you why. Because the further out the prize is for someone, psychology here, right? The harder it is for them to stay on track to their goals. And the example I like to use is, let's say that you said, I want to stack 100 ounces of silver during 2021. And here it is in February. And, maybe you've been buying some silver, but perhaps something comes up that distracts you from that goal. And you go, you know what? I've got 10 more months. I've got 9 more months to get this done. I can afford to do this, or I can afford to buy that. I'll still be able to stack my silver. Okay. Well, that's why I like to do micro goals, and I like to do them over a shorter period of time because it keeps me on track. It holds me accountable to those goals, and it allows me to bring more gold and silver to this channel to show this community, which I have grown to love. Yes, that's right. I'm very happy to be here. And I just want to say thank you once again for everybody that takes time out of their day and nights to watch these videos. Um, I'm just so happy that you're here, and hopefully you're learning something, and hopefully you are commenting down below in the comment section and interacting with many of the other subscribers on this channel, many of which have much more experience than I do with precious metals. Okay, I may be making the videos, but there is a plethora of information of information down below in the comment section. Of course, some of it I may ask you to ignore. And those comments which I would ask you to ignore are any comments from me asking you for your phone number or providing a WhatsApp number. That's not me. Those are scammers. Those are fakers. Do not pay attention to that. My name will always have a black bubble around it. Okay, if you see anything posted by Florida Stacker down below, it'll have that black bubble down below it. Okay, that's another thing. And the other thing I'd like you to avoid is those YouTube channels and those guys out there that like to tell you that silver is going to go to the moon. We're going to see $100 silver next week. We're going to see $1,000 silver. Guys, girls, it's probably not going to happen, and let me tell you why. And it's because the big banks, they really do have the influence and the control. They can simply dump more contracts onto the market, of which there isn't physical silver to fulfill those contracts. Instead, they like to settle those contracts in cash, and the government can make as much cash as they want to, right? So the big banks want to keep silver down. Can you imagine if silver did run to 100, 150 or more, and those holding futures contracts wanted to redeem or request physical delivery of that silver? It just wouldn't be there, and that would crash the whole market. That would ruin everything for the big banks. And so that's what we're fighting here. All right, that's what we're fighting with silver especially. So keep that in mind. Silver is going to continue to increase in value over time, as well as gold. All assets are seeing inflation the most right now. You know, your home value, the stock market, Bitcoin, gold, silver. We're seeing a lot of action lately in assets. So my recommendation to you is, if you're not stacking gold and silver, then be stacking those assets as best as you can. You got to get what you can get while you can get it, because cash, while it's not trash, it is definitely going down when it comes to its value. And you can see that, right, with the creation of these cryptocurrencies and the hype in the stock market of late. Cash is definitely not the place that you want to be. You do want to keep that dry powder. You want to keep some cash in the bank because you still need it to do, regular stuff throughout the day. But as much of it that you can, get into assets, I think that's a great thing. All right, so now let's talk about the out of favor metal. So with gold's price coming down, I did go to the local coin shop today to buy an ounce of gold. Unfortunately, he did not have any 1 troy ounce gold coins. So instead, he had a bunch of maples, 1/4 ounce maples. So I picked up 4 of them. 4 1/4 ounce maples. And I do have these new capsules here, which I'm showing off for the first time. These are 20 millimeter capsules. Go ahead and set these down and grab one at a time, just to make sure I don't drop anything. Let's get a good view here. All right. So this is 4/9 fine gold. They're 20 millimeters in diameter. And this is a beautiful Canadian maple leaf. Very beautiful coin. So we got 4 of these, guys. We got 4 of these, so 1 more troy ounce added to the stack. And I honestly couldn't be happier with them, especially because my dealer cut me a good price on these. I got these for $495 each. You're not going to find that price online. That is why I talk to you all the time about the importance of building relationships with your local coin shop. Now, with spot's price continuing to decline, I probably could have done a little bit better had I waited a few hours, but it's Friday, it's my day off, I got paid, and I wanted to get in and get some gold. So guys and girls, I'm going to go ahead and end this video right now, but before we go, I just want to remind you that the market is currently working against the value of gold. The headwinds with rising Treasury yields and a slightly strengthening US dollar are pushing back gold's price, and seeing spot price now so well close to $1,700 makes me think that we might be retesting more lower levels of support with gold. So you may have an even better buying opportunity coming soon. Now, when it comes to silver, be very selective in the silver that you purchase. I tend to prefer the out of favor metal, right? That's why we have the gold to silver ratio, and we can see the premiums on the different types of metals. Because whether you're buying gold or silver, you're converting your fiat currency over to real money. They both act a little differently. There's definitely a lot more opportunity in silver, but just please keep in mind that those premiums right now are a little heavy, right? You don't want to be getting into a position on an asset when you're 30 to 40% in the hole the moment you take the position, okay? It's just not smart, especially today when you can go out and buy stocks and cryptocurrency with zero commissions, okay? So when it comes to your investments, I definitely think you need to take a look at your precious metals mining stocks, cryptocurrency, and the stock market. But when it comes to saving and securing your wealth, definitely look at gold and silver. And I think right now is a good time to pick up some gold. All right, everybody, that concludes this video. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you soon on another precious metals focused stacking video.